No, don't change it. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, right. Hold on a sec, will you?
Hi, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, hold on a sec. I'll be right there, okay? Hi, I'm back. Well, no, thanks for getting it done so quickly. I really appreciate it. Now, don't fool with it now that you've done it. If I know you keep on perfecting it till doomsday if I don't put a stop to it. Yeah. Jack, you're not very funny. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I want some coffee. Do you want some?
No, I have had too much this morning. I'm getting wired.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But still...
Hey, have
coffee.
you heard from Cecile?
Yeah, I have. She said that she'd be back tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I'm so glad I have missed her this past month. But with that stuff up at the cabin and now the trip, it's been kind of lonely. You know?
You really have, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, I know. Could you do me a favor?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, I promised Denny Hobson that I'd get a file to him on the dock side. I think he's at his Blackhawk office. Could you take it over there for me?
Well, of course I could. When do you want me to?
Sometime today?
I'll do it on my lunch hour. How's that?
Oh, I don't want you to take your own time for company business.
No, that's fine.
See,
I have been dying to see his office.
Oh, good. You know, because our usual messenger service has really been slow, and I wouldn't trust him with it. You know, the only person I would trust with it is you. Could you get it over to him?
I tell you what.
What?
If it's ready, I'll go do it now.
It's ready, Liz.
Okay, great.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah.
Did Sandy Alexander leave town?
Yes, he did. What?
Well, it's strange.
What?
Well, I can't be sure, but yesterday I got a phone call for Cecile. Now, it's not... I don't know, but I think it was from Sandy.
Sandy?
Yeah.
For Cecile, what did he want?
I don't know.
Didn't he say?
Well, all he said was that he wanted to know where Cecile was.
I just don't know what I want to do. I think that I've fallen in love with you. Sorry, I shouldn't have let that happen.
I better take you back to your hotel.
I think you better. Sandy. Can we talk?
That's cute. That's real cute. What'd you guys do about moving before I came to Bay City?
It was simple. We didn't move.
I can see why.
Are you implying, young brother-in-law, that I'm not carrying my share of this load?
Me? Whatever gave you that thought?
Yeah, I think I just heard the statement.
Hey, you know something? He catches on real fast.
Hey, come on, leave him alone, Leigh. You know, he can't keep up with you young guys like you.
Hey, oh, come on, give me a break. All right. I keep up with this young stud any day.
Woo! Boy, Larry, that's real impressive. You know, you can do that about as good as anyone.
Yeah, I sure can.
Then you don't need me.
Freedom! Hey, buddy.
Whoa! Guys, will you quit horsing around and come on? We gotta get this stuff packed up.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes, ma'am.
How are we gonna move if we don't get it all packed?
You're right. You're really right, Clarice. That's the truest thing you've ever said.
Honey, will you let go of me, sweetheart? I have to get some work done. Later.
Right. Let's get a move on, Leigh. Come on.
I'm just waiting for you, boss man.
I'm here. Let's go. Hey, I forgot to tell you, Blaine's thinking about moving.
Really? What is this stuff, running families or something?
Yeah?
Yeah, it does?
In our family, it's real big.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll sure be glad when she gets out of that house.
Yeah, listen, I tell you, if you want to pick up a little extra cash, she's going to need a lot of work done over there.
Yeah, well, all right, but not for the money. She's family.
Well, she's going to pay the money to somebody, so you might as well get in on it. Besides, she only pays tokens to family members.
Yeah, well, I gotta admit, I can use the money. I'm trying to buy that engagement ring for Sally, but by the end of the week.
Yeah, I know about weekends, buddy.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Listen, if you know of anybody else who wants to pick up a little extra cash, there's enough work for two.
Yeah, I think I do. Joey could use it.
Hey, Joey.
Joey? I thought he was doing all right.
He's doing fine, believe me. He's doing just fine. He's getting married.
He's getting married. Who to?
To Kit, you guys didn't know?
No, I didn't know.
Well, that's terrific. They make such a cute couple, don't they?
Yeah. Joey's getting married. Again. What a guy.
Hi, Jerry. How you feeling? Come on in.
Oh, pretty good.
Excuse this mess. We're packing up here.
Hey, Tiger, how's it going?
Pretty good. Had a couple of hours free, so I thought I'd give you guys a hand.
Oh,
What can I do?
that's sweet of you, Jerry, but are you sure you're feeling all right?
Sure, I'm fine.
Really? I mean, we've been worried about you.
You are beginning to sound like an old mother hen. Now, come on, I'm fine. What can I do?
Okay, well, you can help me clear that shelf. I mean, if you can
All
reach
the way
it.
up there.
Yeah, it's pretty
That one.
yeah.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
How you holding up, Jerry? Feel okay?
Sure, I'm fine.
I sure appreciate your help.
Don't mention it. Glad to help.
And just to show my appreciation...
Come on, Larry. You don't have to do anything.
Wait, you haven't heard what I'm going to do yet.
Yeah, but...
Look, no buts. All right, just listen to me, okay?
Okay.
First, I got a question.
A question?
Yeah? Have you ever had a blind date?
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, hold on, partner.
No blind dates. Look, I'm doing just fine
Jerry,
as it is.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Look, this lady is for you. I'm telling you. This lady, she's terrific. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe
Look,
it.
all blind dates are terrific. That is, until you meet them. Look, no dice.
Oh, that's right. You're doing real well in the dating game, aren't you? I forget. How many dates have you had this month?
Larry, I said that I was doing all right. I didn't say that I was going out.
Why not?
Look, I'm just not, that's all.
Look, yeah, you're doing real well. You're sitting at home at your loft all by yourself.
It's the way I want it right now.
Okay, I just think you ought to get out and meet some real people. You're burying yourself, Jerry. What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
What, did I hit a nerve or what?
No.
Then what is it?
I told you it's nothing.
Okay, Jerry, come on. Let's take a tea break.
Okay, yeah. Thanks.
Well, you upset because Kit's getting married?
What?
Oh, no.
No, what'd you just say?
You didn't know, did you?
Kit's getting married. Who is it?
It's Joey.
Yeah, that figures.
What, are you still in love with her?
No. I don't know.
But Jerry, look, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know you. I thought you knew.
Look, forget it, huh? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter from the look on your face. If you love this girl, why don't you go tell her? I mean, you quit moping around feeling sorry for yourself. Go for it, buddy. Just once.
That's out of the question.
I don't see that it is. I mean, you better do it now. You may never get another chance.
Ah, Miss Frame. We've been expecting you.
You have?
Yes, of course. I've been looking forward to meeting you. You're the girlfriend of Mr. Hobson's brother, aren't you?
Well, yes, but how did you know that?
Miss Frame, when you work as closely as Mr. Hobson and I do, you get to learn a bit of personal information, too. Let me show you to his office. He's waiting for you.
Thank you.
Sally, I didn't know you were coming over.
You didn't?
No, but it's a pleasant surprise.
If you'll excuse me.
How does she do that?
How did she do what?
That. I mean, she knew I was coming over here. She knew I was Leigh's girlfriend.
Oh, she's like that. Always surprising me.
Oh. Well, Denny, I must say, I am so impressed. This office is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm afraid that I'm just starting to get used to it myself.
Well, I don't think I could ever get used to this.
I thought the same thing at first.
Well, what do you do here?
Oh, little this, little that. It changes. What brings you over here?
Oh, Jamie asked me to bring this to you.
Oh, yes,
Came
the
right
dark
over.
side information. Thank you for being so prompt with him. Thank Jamie for me.
I will. Can't wait to tell Leigh about this. He will be impressed.
Sally, somehow I don't think my kid brother is going to be very impressed hearing about my office.
Well, how could he not be? It's wonderful.
Well, he's never really gotten into this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's just wonderful.
Yeah, sure, Cecile. Listen, Cecile. I'm sorry about last night. I never meant for that to happen.
Sandy, nothing happened.
But,
Look, nothing that you have to apologize for.
yeah, it did, Cecile. I never wanted to...
Sandy, it was my fault. I just couldn't keep the way I felt about you inside anymore. I know I got carried away with the moment, but I just couldn't stop. You know, I really do feel as though I have
No, Cecile, please.
I have fallen in love with you. And I don't know what to do about it.
Cecile, I don't think you've fallen in love with me. I think you just need someone right now, and if you were at home, Jamie would be that someone.
Maybe you're right. I just don't know anymore. I feel so alone.
I think you should go home. Now.
Yeah. You're right. I'll leave first thing in the morning. I'll say goodbye then. Sandy,
Yeah.
would you mind having dinner with me tonight? I just feel too alone.
Sure, Cecile. I'll pick you up at your hotel, okay?
Thank you.
And sign it, very truly yours. And Liz, I'd like 3 copies of that, please. Oh, Russ.
Mac, have you heard? We're changing the listing down there on the directory downstairs.
The directory listing? I don't understand, Russ.
Yeah, well, we've decided to call the place Corey Publishing East.
I hope I haven't caused any disruption.
No disruptions. But you are overdoing it a bit, don't you think?
You're beginning to sound like your sister.
That runs in the family.
I expect it does. I'm very glad you stopped by, Russ.
Don't tell me. Let me see if I can guess. You want to know when you're going to get out of here, right?
How in the world did you know that?
I felt that coming for days.
Well, now that it's out in the open, how about it? When can I go home?
No, indeed. I'm not going to commit myself to that. You'll only hold me to it, you see. No. I think I'm going to keep you through the end of the week. Then we'll reevaluate your progress, and we'll have this conversation again.
Well, it's a start anyway, huh?
You know, when you do go home, you're going to have a list of do's and don'ts a mile long.
I felt that coming on for days. What kind of do's and don'ts are on the list?
First of all, I want you to have a nurse around the clock.
Oh, Russ, is that absolutely necessary?
That is a non-negotiable condition of release. You want to go home, you have a nurse.
All right, I get a nurse. What else?
Well, then we'll talk about therapy.
Therapy?
Therapy. You're going to find that left side is going to be stiff for quite a while, maybe even numb at times. We're going to want you back here regularly for therapy treatments.
Regularly? How regularly?
I would say about 3 times a week to start.
I suppose I have nothing to say about this.
Absolutely nothing.
Well, that sounds reasonable. After all, you're the doctor.
That's right. Patients are supposed to listen to the doctors.
I'm listening. You're the expert.
Good. I want you to put that work away and get some rest.
Oh, Russ, I only have one more folder.
Hey, hold it. You're supposed to listen to me, remember? If I can't get you to follow the rules while you're in here, what are you going to do when you get home, huh? If I let you go home.
I'm putting it away. I'm putting it away. Look, see, everything's going away.
That's better. That's better.
Is my nurse going to be this bossy?
Oh, no. You're not going to be this bossy. It should be a lot worse.
Oh, dear. What am I getting into now?
Philip, that editorial you did on the drug rehab center was really good.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, I do. I think something like that is long overdue in Bay City. I think you were right on target.
Thank you. It's nice to hear. Oh, and by the way, there's something I've got that I think is a little overdue myself. It's an editorial. I'd like you to read it.
Let's see. Once in a great while, an individual comes along in this world who, with eyes and ears open to what is before him, sees, hears, and speaks out. Corruption doesn't frighten him. Corporate pressure doesn't scare him off. Threats and promises of violence do not make him hesitate. He speaks the truth as he sees it, and that is all that concerns him. James Frame is such a man who, when he saw corruption, reported it in his own voice. For this, he was relieved of his responsibility to this paper. Further investigations of his allegations having to do with company involvement in Bay City have proved him to be right. He was right, and it is my duty to report it. Some things can be righted, some things cannot. This wrong, I hope, will be reversed and Mr. Frame vindicated for the simple act of telling the truth to his fellow man. You didn't have to do that, Philip, but it's great.
I know I didn't have to do it, Jamie. I did it because it pleased me. I thought it had to be done. And besides, I think the board came down a little hard on you, and so did a lot of other people, and I just wanted to prove that they were wrong.
Well, thank you. I don't know what to say. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Well, if that's about it, I gotta go.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll be off then.
Sure. Jamie.
Yeah.
One other thing. You're still writing, aren't you?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. I was going to up at the cabin, and then I started, and then couldn't do it anymore because of, everything that went on there.
Yes, but I mean, you haven't given it up, have you?
Oh, no. But I left all my stuff up there. When I gather up the courage to face that place again, I'll go get it and start again.
Well, that's great, because I'd hate to see a talent like yours go to waste.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Your connection.
Dunlap?
Yes, this is he.
Well, this is Cunningham down at the DA's office.
Mr. Cunningham, what can I do for you?
I'd like to arrange a meeting with you.
A meeting? What kind of meeting?
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, Mr. Dunlap, certain information was brought to light during the trial of Ms. Blaine Ewing. Information that I feel we ought to discuss.
What kind of information? What things do you want to discuss?
Well, we're interested in the escort service, of course, and the company's involvement in the connection.
Is that all?
No, we'd also like to discuss your relationship with Ilsa Fredericks.
Oh. Well, I hardly know her at all.
Be that as it may, Mr. Dunlap, I still think we should talk about it.
I see. And when would you like to do this?
How about Friday, 2 o'clock? Is that convenient for you?
Oh, sure. Sure, it's convenient.
Good. I'm looking forward to our meeting, Mr. Dunlap.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Good.
Russ, do you have a minute?
Yes, I do. Come in, Alice.
I was just in to see Mac.
Uh-huh.
He tells me he's going home next week.
Is that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is not exactly what I told him.
Well, what did you say?
I told him that we would reevaluate his progress at the end of the week and decide if he could go home next week.
I see. Well, he's getting very eager to go home.
Yes. Well, I hate to tell you this, you being the director of nursing and all of that, but I have noticed that.
Sorry. I also understand he's going to need full-time nurse when he goes home.
Yeah, I consider that to be essential, especially at the beginning.
Russ, I'd like that job. I want to be Mac's nurse.
You want to be his nurse?
Yes. Well, don't misunderstand me. I love my job as director of nursing, but it doesn't give me a whole lot of time for dealing with patients anymore, and I really miss that.
I suppose I can understand that. I've heard that complaint from nursing directors before.
So can I have the job? Can I be Mac's nurse?
It can be arranged.
Thank you, Russ. This means a lot to me.
Yeah, there is one thing, Alice.
What's that?
Well, you say that you want to work with patients again.
Well, yes, I do.
If you were to be honest with yourself, wouldn't it be more that you want to work with Mac Corey?
Hello, Mac Corey.
Mac?
Cecile, is that you?
Yes, it is. Hi.
Did you find Sandy?
Oh, Mac, I'm sorry. I haven't found him yet.
Oh. Well, I want you to come home, Cecile.
Mac.
I'll put an investigator on it to find him.
Look, I really think I'm close. I can feel it. I showed Sandy's picture to a couple of people yesterday, and they said that they had seen him somewhere.
I don't know, Cecile. I think you should come home. You should be with Jamie now.
Why? Is something wrong with him?
He's going through a very bad time. I can't seem to get through to him. Maybe you'd have better luck.
Mac, maybe the one person who can help Jamie is Sandy, if I can find him. Please, Mac, just give me one more day. I want to look just one more day. And I promise if I don't find him, I'll come home.
Well, all right. One more day. And then I'm hiring a professional. Just one more day, that's all now, and I want you on the next plane home.
Okay. Thank you. I hope to have Sandy with me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good luck. Bye.
Oh, Matt.
Wow.
More flowers.
Stunning.
Oh, I'd love to have a concession on the florist business around here. If you stay with us much longer, somebody's going to get very rich. Here's the card.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'll tell you, I feel very rich to have so many friends who remember me at a time like this.
Well, I'd say you had a few. I don't know where I'm going to put all these. There's hardly any room left.
Oh, just put them anywhere.
Okay.
But after this, why don't you just show me the flowers, leave me the card so I can answer it, and send them down to the children's ward.
Oh, Mac, that's a lovely thought. I'll do that. But what are you going to do with all the mail and the phone calls? You know, I still think you need a secretary to come in here and help you out.
Well, that might not be necessary anymore.
Oh, why is that?
I had a talk with Russ this morning.
Yes, I know.
You do?
Of course. I know everything that goes on around here. Didn't you know that? Yes. There's not anything you do here that I don't know about.
Oh, dear. Well, maybe you already know about what I'm going to tell you about then.
Oh, well, maybe, but go ahead anyway.
Russ says if I continue to improve, I can go home next week. So, as I said, there may be no necessity for that extra personnel to handle my mail.
That's wonderful, Mac. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Now there's something that I'd like to talk to you about.
What's that?
Well, Mac, Russ told me that when you go home, you're going to need round-the-clock nursing care.
Yeah?
Especially if you go home as early as next week.
Yeah?
So, if you have no objections, I'd like to be your nurse.
What? That's very nice of you, Alice. I really appreciate your wanting to do that, but what about your job here at the hospital? I mean, supervising the nursing staff.
Mac, this is something I really want to do. That is, unless you don't want me to. If you have any objections at all,
No, Alice. I love the idea of you taking care of me.
Mr. Dunlap.
What?
I said Mr. Dunlap. That is your name, isn't it?
Yes, it is. How did you know?
What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to, is Mr. Hobson in?
Yes, he is. Do you have an appointment?
Well,
Mr. Dunlap, I know you don't have an appointment. You'd have made it through me, and you haven't.
Can I make one then, to see Mr. Hobson?
I'll see if he can see you now.
Well, I don't want to be of any trouble. I can come back later.
One moment. Mr. Hobson, Mr. Dunlap would like to see you if you aren't too busy. Yes, he's the proprietor of the connection. You may go in, Mr. Dunlap.
Thank you. Some place you got here.
Mr. Dunlap.
Please, call me Jason.
Jason, what can I do for you?
Well, you remember you met me at the club, right?
Yes, briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Well.
You'll have to come back to the club some night to see Melissa. She's our entertainer. As my guest, of course.
I caught her act. I liked it very much.
Oh, you have? Oh, thank you. We like her, too.
So, Jason, what can I do for you?
You're a lawyer, aren't you?
Yes. At least I was, until I started here.
Well, but you're still a lawyer. You don't have to quit something to work at something else, do you?
No, I didn't have to quit. I'm still a lawyer, yes.
Do you still practice?
I haven't, no. I don't know that I ever would.
I said you wouldn't.
I said I haven't. Are you looking for a lawyer? I could recommend a few.
Oh, no, that's all right, no. I was just curious, really.
I see. Would you like some coffee or something?
No, I wouldn't. No, it's late. I better be getting going. Oh, boy, it's very late. I just came by to say hello.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah.
I brought Orpheus over to keep you company.
Orpheus?
Yes.
My, isn't he handsome?
I think
With
so.
flowers in his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Louise. That was very sweet of you.
You're looking well, Mr. Croyle.
Oh, I'm feeling just fine. In fact, Russ told me he feels I can go home next week.
Oh, it'll be wonderful having you back home where you belong.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Everything is working out so well. Brooks will be here just in time.
Brooks is coming back?
Yes, I'm expecting him next week.
Fantastic. It'll be so good to have him back with us.
I think so.
Oh, I should tell you, Louise, I'm, at least in the beginning, going to have a nurse around the clock. So if you'd be good enough to prepare a room for her.
A nurse? But you really think it's necessary between Brooks and me? I'm sure we can handle your needs.
I'm sure you could, too, but Russ is very insistent. As a matter of fact, he says if I don't, I can't go home. He's very adamant.
Whom do you plan to hire?
Oh, Alice Frame has agreed to be my nurse. I feel very fortunate about that.
Mr. Corey, believe me, I don't mean any disrespect, but you really think it's a wise idea?
I don't see why not. I couldn't have a better nurse.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
But?
I don't know if Mrs. Corey will approve.
Louise, Mrs. Corey has removed herself from my life. She has nothing to say about this decision. Nothing. Understood?
Yes, Mr. Corey.
So,
Hi.
did you get that file over to Hops?
Yes, I did, and there were no problems, and he said to thank you for being so prompt.
You did?
He sure did. Good job.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Sally.
What?
You have a minute?
Of course I do.
Great. You've been working pretty closely with Cecile over the past couple of months, right?
Right. Yeah. She's been really great. I think she's been more than a boss to me. She's been like a best friend.
Oh, that's nice. Then I guess you already know that Sandy is Mac's son.
Yeah, I heard that. I guess everybody's talking about it. I just never knew that...
Well, you weren't alone. Did she ever mention it to you?
What, about Sandy?
Yeah.
I don't think she even knew about it.
Oh?
Well, she always said nice things to me about Sandy, but I think that's just because you guys were best friends.
So she never mentioned anything to make you believe that, well, that she already knew about Sandy and Mac?
No, she never did, Jamie.
Well, thank you, Sal.
Sure.
You were early. I didn't expect you.
I'm sorry, Cecile. I'll come back later.
Oh, no. Come on in. Come on. Listen. Since you're here, and I'm not exactly ready, why don't we order up room service instead of going out?
Sure, if that's what you want. It's okay with me.
Yeah, I think it'd be nicer.
Sure.
Listen, Sandy, I haven't pressured you, have I, about coming back to Bay City?
No, you haven't. I really appreciate that, Cecile. I do, really.
Well, there's something that I haven't told you. And I wasn't going to tell you, but I spoke to Jamie last night. And after talking with him, I think that I have to tell you.
What is it? Is it about Mac?
No.
Cecile, has something happened to Mac?
No, it isn't. Not the way you think. You see, Jamie found out on his own that you were Mac's son. And, Sandy, it is just tearing Mac and Jamie apart.
Oh, hi, Sally. I'll be finished here in a minute.
Place is a mess.
Well, what do you want? It's a newspaper office.
Well, your brother's office would never look like this.
Oh? And when did you see Denny's office?
Well, I had to go over there today for Jamie. You should see this place. It is unbelievable. It looks like a palace. There's glass everywhere and chrome.
Yeah, well, what does he do over there with all that glass and chrome?
I don't know. But anyway, he has got this secretary named Quinn. She is unbelievable. She knew completely about us. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I wonder how she found out.
I'm sure Denny told her something about it.
Oh, I bet he did.
You got it all wrong. She was very nice. Besides, I can't believe he'd have anything but nice things to say about us.
Wouldn't be too sure.
Oh, come on. Will you just stop it?
What?
Putting your brother down all the time.
Well, he's putting me down all the time.
I have never heard your brother put you down.
Well, then you just haven't been listening, because he does it all the time.
Okay, when?
Well, would you want an example?
I want an example.
All right. The other day at the barbecue, he said something snide about me working here.
Can't say I blame him.
You know, I feel good about this place and what I do here.
You don't do anything, Leigh.
That's not the point. It's a job. And it's a real job. An honest job. Now, from what Denny tells me, his isn't. He doesn't even know what he does over there. At least I know that.
Yeah, well, who cares, really?
What?
Leigh, if you had an office like that and the money to go with it, you wouldn't care.
Oh, yes, I would, Sally. I would care. When I got my paycheck, I'd like to believe I earned it.
Hi, Grandma.
Oh, nobody knocks in this family anymore.
What?
If you're looking for your mother, she just left.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Well, you found me.
I certainly did. How are you?
Well, I'm just terrific. How are you? Did you just stop by for a casual conversation?
No, I'm shocked.
You don't look shocked.
You can always see through me.
I'm your grandmother. Goes with the territory.
Yeah, I guess it does.
What do you want to eat?
What is this? Everybody wants to feed me all the time.
Well, because you're very skinny. Don't eat if you don't want to.
I'll have a sandwich.
Okay.
Big one, okay? Oh, and some milk.
Here's the milk. Help yourself.
Oh, good.
Okay. What's on your mind? Give me a knife. Huh?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I guess, Mom told you that she spilled the beans about Sandy and Mac to me.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured he did. Half of Bay City knew about it.
Well, no, not exactly. When Cecile told your mother about it, I told Rachel not to get involved, that it was between you and Mac.
What did you say?
I said it was between you and Mac.
About Cecile.
I said that Cecile told your mother.
Well, that's not possible. You see, because when I told Cecile that I knew, she said she didn't know anything about it.
Well, honey, I don't know what Cecile told you or why, but I do know that your mother found out about Sandy from Cecile. Your wife?
You see, Jamie found out on his own that you were Mac's son. And Sandy, it is just tearing Mac and Jamie apart.
How did he find out?
Rachel told him.
Well, how did she know?
I don't know. I really don't. All I know is that Jamie is really angry and upset. He's upset that no one told him, and he's hurt that no one trusted him. And he stormed into Mac, and they had this big fight, Sandy. And then he went and read a copy of Mac's memoirs, and in it was a chapter about your mother and Mac.
My mother?
Yes. Sandy, Mac and Jamie aren't talking to each other now. And I'm afraid that Jamie is just going to completely fall apart, and I don't know what to do.
Oh, come on, Cecile. Don't cry, okay? Please.
Oh. I just don't know what this is going to do to Jamie. And to me.
What do you mean?
Well, you know what Jamie's like when he's upset.
No, he's okay, Cecile, really. Don't worry about him.
Sandy, you haven't seen him since... Well, since he believes that you betrayed him.
Me? Betray him? You gotta be kidding.
No. He thinks that you never trusted him and that you were never really a good friend.
But I never wanted that to happen. I mean, you know, I just thought that I should wait for the right time, for the right situation.
I know you didn't. I know. You're not that kind of person. You'd never hurt anybody. But Sandy, You may be hurting Mac and Jamie more if you don't come back. So much more. Please. Tell me you'll come back to Bay City. Please.
Well, Cecile couldn't have known. I mean, she couldn't. She would have told me.
Yeah, unless she had a reason not to.
What do you mean?
Jamie, I don't like Cecile. I never have. I never pretended that I did.
Yeah, I know.
Well, then let's drop it.
I don't want to
okay?
drop it, Grandma. What reason could she have for not telling me about Sandy?
Look, Jamie, you're a very bright boy.
I'm not a boy.
All right, you're a very bright young man. Thank you. Except where Cecile is concerned. I mean, you have a blind spot. You just let that woman jerk you around like a puppet on a string.
What reason could she have, Grandma?
If you'll think clearly about why she married you in the first place, you'll see that she has an even better reason not to be married to you anymore.
Cecile,
Sandy.
I think that you know how much I care for you. I want you to know that.
I do, but...
But Jamie is my best friend. Jamie's my brother, Cecile, and I don't want to hurt him. Can you understand that?
Does that mean that you're not coming back to Bay City?
No, I'll come back. I mean, I don't want my being Mac's son to come between Mac and Jamie. But I'm not going to let my coming back to Bay City disrupt your marriage either. I really mean that.
No, it won't, of course.
Cecile, if I do go back, there can't be anything between us. As long as you're Jamie's wife, I'm going to keep my distance. I promise you that.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.